Yo, what's going on then, guys? It's your boy Ben Gregson or Dilemma here. Sorry about the late upload today. I have woke up incredibly late. Yeah, last night was a bit of a weird one. Uh, but for today's video, Mogeko in the Dilemma Discord sent me a replay to review. Oh, not to review, but just to post. I've been, unfortunately, a bit out of the game due to other commitments and also due to moving jobs in the era of COVID-19. For those of you who don't know, I am from England, and we've just gone on another national lockdown, which means for the next 6 weeks, everything's gone locked down like everywhere else. So yeah, it's not great, but we move. Um, so Labrice at the bottom is our friend Mageko, and he's playing against a guy that is top 10 on DB right now in Mark Flame. I believe Mark Flame is playing Drytron. And I'm going to be viewing both players' hands in this replay, mainly because I haven't actually seen it. So let's hop right in. We saw Labrice win the rock, paper, scissors, and the opening hands are Prep, Gamma, Thuban, Ultimateness, and Cyber Emergency, so Mark Flame's on Drytron, versus Labrice, who is on Zefra, Divine Strike, Zephraxi, and Zefra War. So this is one of those really cool Zefra hands where you don't actually have to search paths, so you can end on 9 pillars, Divine Strike, Zefra War if you really want to, which I think is pretty ridiculous. So we're going to start with Zephrath. Zephrath's obviously going to send Zephrany if you've seen this deck before. Scale Zephraxi, activate Zephrapath, Pendulum Seminar Zephrany. Zephrany is going to search a Providence, and then we're going to Providence for Oracle, I assume. Yep. So he opts not to take the 9 pillars, just to get the Providence in the graveyard to protect his Zefra path, which is 100% understandable. And then he's going to Oracle and search the Fraxi here. So personally, I prefer taking 9 pillars here, simply because anything that would destroy path, you can negate with 9 pillars, negate with Divine Strike, and you still have Zefra War as a feasible follow-up. The unfortunate thing about doing it that way is your Zefra War can't actually pop a scale without removing your path, so I think this is probably the correct way of doing things. So yeah, there's the line with 9 pillars where you have 2 counter traps, or there's the line that's this way where you have Zefra War, Zefra Divine Strike, and a Zefra Nui, and a follow-up. So maybe the follow-up's actually more important. So he sets the Divine Strike, passes to his opponent. His opponent draws a second prep, so his hand's absolutely insane. Like, outside of drawing specifically Ultimateness, the rest of his hand's ridiculous. So we're going to see Cyber Emergency for Zeta. Activate Prep, add Benton. Activate Alpha, attributing Ben10 for cost. Alpha adds Ben10, and then Ben10 adds Manji. We're going to normal summon Manji. Manji's going to search Metaphys Drytron, Meteorus Drytron, that one. And then we're going to link into a Nightmare Phoenix. He's going to use Nightmare Phoenix and attempt to target Path. What a good player. People don't read Path, guys. So he's going to try and kill the Zefra Path, even though he can't, because this card can't be targeted while you control scales. So he pops the set card, and the set card's not live because he hasn't pillared. So another reason Divine Strike's kind of weak, because you have to war pop Nui before your Divine Strike's actually live. Summon Zeta, Ben 10 search Orange Light, no target for Zeta in deck. Meteorus add back by targeting the Zeta. And then he gets rid of Ultimateness, which is a good sign for us, because he can't actually bring this back. So that's pretty cool. We're going to see an overlay into Lyrilusk Assembled Nightingale. So the thing about making Assembled Nightingale is the Assembled Nightingale is pretty much protected. But if he makes Downed Magician before he Zeus's, to gain the additional material for 2 cents, he just loses out to Zefra War. So Nightingale attacks twice. He's going to take 400 damage. And then he goes into main phase 2, and he makes Downed. So this is very greedy, and technically Mark Flame doesn't know that Zefra War is in hand. But if your opponent's doing this play, you can wait for them to make Downed, and then Zefra War the Downed, and you don't have to deal with Zeus. So that's what's going to happen here. We're going to War popping the Zephrany. New's going to grab Elza Providence. And Mark Flame scoops it up. So going into game 2, we're going to see Mark Flame go first for obvious reasons. And the opening hands are Drytron Thuban, Orange Light, Cerber Emergency, Ben 10, Orange Light. His hand's insane again. And we open Zefrath, Oracle of Zefra, Zefraxi, Dimension Shifter, 9 Pillars. So Dimension Shifter is going to be really good, but unfortunately it just falls into Orange Light. Orange Light discarding Orange Light, which means we'll have to deal with one Orange Light, but we'll also have to deal with full combo. So we're going to see Ben 10 and the Alpha. Alpha's going to add a Ben 10. Ben 10's going to add an Orange Light, fearing a second hand trap, I assume. Summon Zeta, Zeta tribute Benton. Ben 10 and the Zeta trigger, Zeta grabs Meteonis, and Thuban grabs Eva. Then we're going to see a Link summon for Union Carrier. Union Carrier is going to attach Dawn Knight. We're going to Meteonis, summon out Ben 10. And then Dawn Knight's going to trigger sending Gamma. Gamma's going to tribute Ben 10, summoning itself and Alpha. And then Ben 10's going to search a copy of Ultimateness. Then we're going to use Meteonis targeting Gamma. And then we're going to activate Meteonis, tribute the Thoban, summon Ultimateness. So we technically only have 2 negates to deal with. I don't know if he plays the additional Eva targets, because he's already gone through his Herald of Orange Light. The only one I can think of him adding would be the Cyber Angel, the baby Cyber Angel off of it, if he's playing it. So minimum 2 negates, but it is doable. So we're going to activate Zefrath. He's going to negate, and he does play the baby Cyber Angel. So 3 negates to play through. Oracle grabs Zefrath. Scale Zefrath again. I think the better play is to grab Pilica, and then scale the Zephrinu and just see if he negates it. Because I don't think he's ever letting Zefrath resolve. But if he lets if he negates Zephrinu, you can Pilica bring back Zephrinu and play from there. But unfortunately, he is just going to get hard stopped by his opponent doing, you know, Drytron things. And his opponent has like infinite follow-up engrave as long as he gets to a ritual monster, which he can through Petite Angel. So we're going to see a normal summon of Petite Angel get negated by 9 pillars, I assume. So his Drytron follow-up is like pretty much dead. He could have opted to destroy... Oh wait, no, he can't destroy. He has to destroy his Zefraxi there. Okay, draw Oracle for turn. Okay, winnable. Winnable. Zefrath send Pilica. No. Zefrath sends yeah, Thuban pops the Herald. And then we just hope he doesn't draw a Ritual or a Fairy for turn, I guess. It's doable. He draws Delta, which doesn't out our bot. But he has follow-up, he can just... he alphas sending Aqua Dolphin. That's not legal. And yeah, we're gonna get to full Dragontron combo here, and possibly kill him. I don't know if you can actually get lethal through this. Tribute Ben 10, summon Gamma, summon Zeta. This should be an attack position. Meteonis, summon Natasha, gain some life off Natasha. Blink into Nightmare Phoenix, use Phoenix on the... Opts not to use Phoenix on the Zefrath. Steals his guy with Natasha, gains 1,000 life. Links everything into Boral Sword. And that's lethal from there. Moving into game 3. And then Labris talks about Camion. So... he actually suggested this to me in the Discord, and I was like, right, this card essentially outs Vanity's Ruler and outs Herald because it can't be responded to, and you can also stack it off of Croc and draw it with the field spell, and then it does say you can't normal summon this card unless you control no monsters, but you use the downside of Path to put it back into your deck, which is put the Croc back into your deck, same way you do with Numeron Network, so it's actually really cool. So opening hands for game 3, we have Mark Flame with Drytron Nova, Cyber Angel Ben 10, Herald of Orange Light, Petite Angel, and Delta Arteus, just call it Delta. So he has one hand trap for our Oracle of Zefra Path, Zefraxi Providence War. Jesus Christ, no wonder you sent this replay, you open nuts every game. So activate Oracle, search Zefrath. Scale Zefra, send Nui. Activate Providence, search another Zefraxi. Then we're going to see some croc combos going on. He thinks about Zefra. His opponent sharks him, which is unfortunate because he'd be able to do the Numeron combo here. But he said he misclicked with the Zefra, I believe. But it took him 5 seconds to take it back, and he also looked at his extra deck. Which, in all fairness, I think if I was in Mark Flame's position, I'd do the same thing. Especially in like high-rated DB, where you're at like 1200 and you really need to get your wins, because he's going to lose a bunch of rating if he loses this game. Yeah, so he chooses not to let the whole misclick thing happen. So he's going to Pendulum Summon 2. Nui Fraxi. His opponent's going to choose not to Orange Light, so we're going to grab Divine Strike. Make Croc, and I assume that this is going to get Orange Lighted. Oh wait, it can't, because Chain Link 2 Oracle. Don't even know how to play my own deck nowadays. So we're going to stack and draw Gamma, so he's not playing the Ash in the main deck to stack and draw. Okay. So we're going to see... is this Fafnir? Fafnir fetches the Ritual spell. But, like, Nova's turned off. All of his effects in Grave are turned off, so this is a very winnable game, even though he's just got, like, a Croc on field. So we're going to see Delta tributing Benten, revealing the Ritual spell to draw a card. Benten triggers and adds Ultimateness. Activate the Ritual spell, tribute to summon Natasha. Link into Almirage with our Petit Angel. And then makes a Nightmare Phoenix. Nightmare Phoenix is going to target our Divine Strike. We're just going to negate that, right? Surely. Yeah, we're just going to negate it, get the Phoenix off board, the additional link materials to make Boral Sword. And then we have double Orange Light Nova Ultimateness, so I don't think we can push here. Yeah, so we so we draw Exchange. So we're going to exchange and take the Ritual Herald out of his hand. He says the Herald. That there are 3 Heralds in his hand. Obviously he means the Ritual. So we're going to see Zefra, scaling Zefra. Putting Zefra in the extra, summoning Zefra. I assume grab 9 pillars here, yeah. Swing for 2k with our Crocodragon. And set the 9 pillars, pass to our opponent. So our opponent has to deal with War 9 pillars, plus Path being a thing that exists. His opponent just passes, we're going to Zefra. Send Zefraxi. Okay, so here I think I would have made Gravity Controller. I don't know what his extra deck is, but I think I would have made Gravity Controller here. And then Pendulum summoned the Thuban and the Zephyrini to be able to make Lambda to push additional damage personally. Or you could have used the Zephyr to send Zefraxiton. So then you would have had 1900 from the Zefraxiton. Plus 1000 from the Gravity Controller, plus 2k from the Crocodragon. Which puts him on a 2-turn clock rather than giving him 3 turns to play. Because you can still 9 pillars popping the popping this and still be able to like Providence to save it. Because when you activate War, you can pop your Oracle. And he draws Dawn Knight for turn. And we're going to win this game regardless. It's relatively free. Summon Wendy, add back. This is lethal. I was like, wait, he's not making Gravity Controller for lethal? This game's 500 more attack. And that's going to be it for the game. So good job to Labras or Mogeko from the Discord. Thank you very much for sending in the replay. And that's going to be it from the video, guys. If you do enjoy these high-rated games, or just games in general that feature meta decks versus Zefra, then please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm more than happy to review these. These are really fun to review. And that's going to be it from the video, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Check out the Discord in the description down below.